Alright, so in this video I'm going to show you real fast how we made the cover for our next new short story, What Ollie Wants. This is also written by Daniel Lance Wright. Um, and so with this cover, one of the things that, with the story, What Ollie Wants, is it's about an older gentleman who goes to this diner year after year after year after year, and he's kind of getting sick of it. And then some very unexpected turn of events occur. It's a really great story. It kind of shows just how unpredictable life can be, and how the strangest things can occur, and how you can just take those things and just make them better, and to be a good person. And so that's kind of what the whole story of What Ollie Wants takes place in a diner. So we went on to our classic Flickr, and we found a commercially licensed image of a diner. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to use Command C. I'm using a Mac, obviously. We're going to use Command C or Control C. We're going to copy this diner image. We're going to put it into our cover here. And our cover here is 1800 pixels by 2700 pixels. So you see right here, it's a 6 by 9 inch file. So that's kind of what we're going to be working with. So just make sure that you are that you work with large files like that, at least 1800 by 2700. We're going to do Command V, and we're going to paste that image in here, and then we're going to do Command T, and we're going to do some free transform holding down the Shift key, and we're going to go ahead and make this image a little bit bigger just to fill in the space. And we want to really get this lineup of chairs that's right there, and these over here. Ollie is sitting in one of these booths over here in the story, so we really want to get that. So we'll go ahead and we'll click the check mark here, and we kind of got this. So there's a little bit of some color correction that I kind of want to do, because the look that we're gonna go with this is kind of a comic book, old 50s style look to it. So we're gonna do a little bit of some color correction. So we're gonna go over here to Image Adjustments, and we're gonna do some color balance. What I want to do is I want to add in some more blue to this image to kind of give it some blue tones, just probably only about 20. And we want to also add in some magenta, kind of giving it again that older image look to it. And we're going to leave the shadows pretty much alone, and we're going to leave the highlights pretty much alone. We might throw a little bit red into the highlights, just a little bit. Alright, so now what we're going to do is we're going to go over here to Filter, and we're going to go to Filter Gallery. And we're going to select this artistic filter called Cutout. What it's going to do is, you can see it totally changes the image. So now we've kind of got this reddish diner that we're going to be using. And you can kind of see that really cool 50s look that we have to it. Again, if we wanted to, we can of course always do some more color balance, and maybe go in the opposite direction with some of those things, now that we're kind of seeing more of what we're looking with, and making the image really stand out. So next, what we want to do is this, like I said, whenever you're designing a cover, you want to use one image as much as possible to tell your story. This works out perfectly. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to add the text, and we're going to use the font Liberator. It's a really great text here. We're just going to put the title in here, What Ollie Wants. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to push the word want down to a second line there. And then I'm going to go ahead and click the check mark. I'm going to click on the drag arrow over here, and I'm just going to kind of get this into the position that I want. Now, I am not using straight white on the text. I'm kind of using a slightly green white. And the reason being is I really want this to be able to stand out among the background with kind of all of its darker colors. A straight white is very, very harsh. Let me just show you the difference just real fast. If it was just a flat white, it would have this very very bright harshness to it. So we kind of went with a different color. I'm also going to go ahead and increase the text size here to fill up the book here. Make sure we get it kind of in the center, What Ollie Wants. And then let's go ahead and let's add the bottom text down here. Let's go ahead and drop the font size on that just to start off with, so you know it's going to be big. Daniel Lance Wright. Go ahead and let's go ahead and move Mr. Daniel over here to the middle, like so. And then let's go ahead and increase his font size to kind of fill in more of the territory that he is going to be using up. That's probably good right there, 34 point. Alright, so now we kind of have some issues here with the text, but we also kind of want to decorate the text up a little bit. And what's nice is we'll be able to fix those issues and decorate the text up at the same time. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to right click on what Ollie wants. We're going to go to blending options. We're going to go ahead and we're going to add stroke. So let's see it add some strokes to the outside of the word, and we're going to add a drop shadow to it as well. Now we're going to go ahead, we're going to increase the size of the stroke. You know, the bigger the stroke, the more it's going to pop out on us, which is good. I'm actually only going to do about an 8 on that stroke. And then I'm also going to go ahead and increase the size of the drop shadow. As you can see, I mean, I can get really big on that. But we really don't want it to be that big. We're only going to put it at about a 10. So now we've got a really nice what Ollie wants. It stands out on top of that. We're going to go ahead and we're going to do the same thing to Danny's name here. I'm going to go ahead and put stroke on, and we're going to go ahead and throw a drop shadow on. Now let's go ahead and increase that stroke as well, just to make sure that it's all the same. And there we go. Like I was saying before, if one thing that we want to do is, because that white is very harsh up against that background, so we're going to go ahead and, like I said, we're just going to add this tiny little bit of green into that white. And so what that's going to do is it's going to make it to where it's not as harsh on the eyes when people are looking at it. Especially on a computer screen, that is very, very important. Since most of, I mean, this is going to be an ebook, but I actually might select this cover as the cover for the print book that we're making for Daniel of all of his short stories. Anyways, so that is the What Ollie Wants cover, and let's go ahead and just name that. Go ahead and then we'll go ahead and do a save as a JPEG, and What Ollie Wants. Go ahead and just save that, maximum size, and there we go. And that's the cover for What Ollie Wants. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this this video tutorial, and if you have any questions, please feel free to ask, and hopefully you enjoyed this video, and have a great day.